Hello friends, I am Ashutosh Datta and I am going to tell you today about RERA. RERA stands for Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2015. Now this is an important topic for your GATE architecture exam, and in case you are an architect, builder, real estate developer or a client, then also you must know about the RERA. Now RERA is RERA is under the Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation to regulate the real estate sector in India. Now, Real Estate Regulation and Development Act 2015. What is the present condition of the Act? Now, this Act was passed by the first time by Rajya Sabha on 10th March 2015. Then it was passed by Lok Sabha in 15 March 2015. It was given nod by President by 25th of March 2015, and it was published in the official Gazette for public information on 25th of March 2015. Now, after it was published in official Gazette, when did the Act came into force? Now, you must remember the date that is of this Act, that it was passed on 1st May 2015. On 1st May 2015, many parts of this Act came into force. You can see many sections of the Act written. So now the question arises that why all the parts of this Act didn't came into force on 1 May 2015. Now the answer for this is in our next portion, because in the Act it was written that there would be a formation of a regulatory authority and an appellate tribunal. Now, if the project, and it was written that if projects can only be filed after they are registered with the authority, regulatory authority. So the builders cannot sell their projects. So since on 1 May 2015 there was no regulatory authority, so this Act didn't came into force, right? So when would the remaining sections of the Act came into force? Then it was written then by 1 year of the commencement of the Act, that is by 30th April 2015, the remaining parts of the Act will also come into force. So if you see today date in October, then all the portions of this RERA Act are applicable now. Now, what was the need for such a regulatory law for the real estate sector? Now, we all are seeing that real estate sector has grown in the recent years at a very fast rate. You are seeing new apartments, new buildings coming up in every part of the country. So, but there was no perspective for the consumer protection. There were no provision for consumer protection. Though there are consumer protection laws, but they are available only curative. Once the person is cheated, then only those laws came into force, but not preventive something to protect it from earlier. Therefore, to help this sector grow overall, RERA Act was necessary to infuse professionalism and standardization all over the country. What are the objectives and vision for why this Act was framed? Now, this Act has a purpose to ensure accountability, transparency, professionalism, symmetry of information between the builder and the allottee, impose responsibilities on both the promoters and the allottees, establish regulatory oversight in case and after any dispute resolution, and promote good governance in the sector. If there is a good governance in the real estate sector, then it will help in bringing more investment in the field. So, who is the appropriate government as per that? Means who is responsible for making the rules and other things for this Act? Now, for an union territory without legislature, the central government is important. For the union territory of Pondicherry, union territory government is responsible. For a union territory of Delhi, central ministry of urban development is responsible. And for any state like Uttar Pradesh or Bihar, the state government is important. So this is also important for your GATE architecture exam. Now, what are the important responsibilities of the appropriate government? For example, in UP, there is UP government under Yogi Adityanath. So what are their responsibilities? So I have sorted out for you. There should be regulatory authority to where everyone has to register their projects, and regulatory authority will regulate the factor. Now there is appellate tribunal, that if someone is having any problem, then they can complain in the appellate tribunal, either the promoter or the allottees. Selection of members, who will be the members of the regulatory authority? Then the member will be selected by a selection committee which will be formed by the state government. And infrastructure for the RERA authority will be provided